All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today is Monday, February 12th, 2024, Missile Monday, and have this article from the Daily Progress, and it says, new Sentinel ICBMs are planned to replace aging nuclear missiles in U.S. silos. What does it mean? So I'm just going to go into this article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. And bring out a few scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. And it says, Lewistown, Montana. Jerry Van Howard was 10 years old when the first Minuteman nuclear missile showed up on his grandfather's farm. I'm not arguing with the project. I just want them to know the effects. I'm afraid me and my wife would have to vacate for 2 or 3 years during the installation progress, he said after hearing U.S. Air Force officials present plans for the first major upgrade to the U.S. intercontinental ballistic missile system in 50 years. New Sentinel ICBMs are planned to replace the half-century-old Minuteman III rockets and 450 silos scattered across 40,000 square miles of Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, North Dakota, and Colorado. Assuming the project goes through, the Defense Department already has to justify a critical breach of about $36 billion and cost overruns to Congress. Folks sharing the landscape with the land-based leg of the strategic nuclear triad have a lot of tires to kick. Some wondered why they attended a recent discussion at all. We haven't done anything like this since the first time we did it. Air Force Colonel Charles Foghorn Clegg told a package trade center building at Montana's Fergus County Fairgrounds on January 24th. This is extremely large and complicated. The Air Force has 3 concentrations of land-based nuclear missiles. The swarm of silos near Warren Air Base in Wyoming, Colorado, and Nebraska will be the first to undergo Sentinel replacement. Montana's Malmstrom Air Force Base oversees the second leg of the project. A third cluster arcs around Minot Air Base in North Dakota and will be last to upgrade. It will be the last on the upgrade list. The whole process could take about 10 years to complete, and as we know, America doesn't have 10 years, man. It barely has 5. Really, it barely has 2. But again, we'll see, how this thing plays out this year, man. It says, at 2 recent public meetings in Montana, residents have questions. The project will employ thousands of outside workers where they will live and who will keep them out of trouble. It will require hundreds of truckloads of cement. Can the dirt roads and wood bridges handle the traffic? Sentinel is about $40 billion over budget estimates. Will it go forward? Are nuclear missiles still a strategic? Are nuclear missiles still a strategic or moral necessity? And in this particular time, yeah, it is a necessity because, again, it's a part of prophecy. This is the reason why they're developing these weapons now. Regardless if, the U.S. actually gets this project done or, even gets started, whatever they have is going to be used. Whatever these other countries have, they're going to be used. No one's going to spare any missiles, man. So just get right into it. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." Yeah, man, it's going into those ICBM missiles, and the scientists that are developing these missiles, man, because they're saying they're $40 billion over budget, but, meanwhile, the rest of the U.S. is pretty much suffering, financially. But again, this is all a part of prophecy, man, because these things have to come to pass, man, before the end can come. And that's even what the Lord said. And I'm going to grab that. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And yet, man, these things have to happen, before, the end can come, before the kingdom comes, these things have to come to pass. Verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." And yeah, man, pretty much you have these different nations that are at war with each other, Russia's still at war with Ukraine. You have, those Gazans, pretty much at war with, Amalek, the small hats over there, and, China and Taiwan, you have these various wars that are going on, man. But ultimately, as we know, World War III is primarily going to be between, Russia and America, So I'm going to go to the book of Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." Yeah, man, this is why you have these other nations, that even possess nuclear missiles, such as, Russia, China, North Korea. These are these other nations pretty much saying, well, not Russia, because, Russia is, another superpower, but, just these other lesser nations, that possess these weapons, man. You have countries like China, and Paris, that possess nuclear missiles, man. And this is the weak saying they're strong, that they're like, Esau, Edom as well. Because ultimately, all of these other countries, even America's allies, they're going to shoot their missiles over here, man. They're going to turn on her. So I'm going to come back to the book of Isaiah chapter 9, and I'm going to give verse 5. And it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." And yeah, man, this war is going to be fought with nuclear weapons, man. Because as we know, traditional war is fought with, hand-to-hand combat, man. A group of men on one side, a group of men on the other side, and, they're pretty much charging each other, once they reach, the center of, whatever field or, ground that they're on, man. But this is the only war that is going to be fought with this particular weapons, man, with these nuclear missiles. I'm going to get the book of Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1, and it says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch." And yeah, man, that's what's coming. World War III. That's that great and terrible day, man. The day of the Lord. Because that's how this war is going to be fought, man, with these nuclear missiles. And then I'm going to end it on this because I don't want to make this one too long. This is the book of Joel chapter 2 In verse 1, it says, Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm on my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Yeah, man. Once these nuclear missiles are shot, they won't return. None will be spared. Each missile that is on this earth that has been created is going to be used during that time. Verse 3, it says, A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. Because again, once these missiles are shot, man, they're going to be shot into space. They're going to leave the ozone layer, the firmament. They're going to get their specific, trajectory, target their specific targets, and then they're going to come back down on the earth, man. And they're going to be on fire because they're going to be traveling so fast. That flame that burneth behind them, that is that rocket system that is propelling, the warhead, to hit its specific target. And it says, The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. And yeah, man, nothing is going to escape these missiles, man. Only the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be able to escape, that judgment, So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say Shalom.